In this video, I teach an old dog new trees.
We'll talk about oak trees. We'll talk about birch trees.
I climb up a hill, and then I fall down. Today, we're just outside of Sudbury, Ontario, and I'm going to see if I remember how to identify a few of the trees in the forest.
Well, what do you think? Should we go look at some trees? We'll talk about oak trees. We'll talk about birch trees. Okay, so it's mid-January 2024, and it's another typical cloudy day, which is very atypical for this region of Ontario. Normally our winters are pretty sunny, cold but sunny. This year it's been fairly mild and not sunny. This is a poplar tree. Some people also refer to it as an aspen or trembling aspen because of the noise that the leaves make when they're rustling in the wind.
And this particular one looks as though it has been climbed by a black bear.
And of course we have birch trees. I love the birch, it's one of my favorite trees. A lot of history and tradition with this tree going back to the Indigenous people, making not just canoes out of it, but they made a lot of stuff out of the birch bark. So this gnarly looking little tree is called a Burr Oak. Some people also refer to it as a swamp oak. I like Burr Oak better. And this is a fairly young tree, they get quite large. This is one of my favorite sections of the trail. Some beautiful white pines, including one really large one. And how do I know they're white pine? The easiest way for me to tell sometimes from an Austrian pine is to look at the needles. There's 5 needles in a cluster like you see here. It's a white pine. And there's the big one.
Some of the other trees we spotted along our walk today include maple, cedar, and spruce.
Okay, this is an eastern hemlock.
Hemlock and the balsam fir can be hard to tell apart. The coarse bark on this tree tells me it's a hemlock, but the needle structure is certainly very similar to that of a fir. When broken, the balsam fir needles emit a very pleasant fragrance as well.
And these pine are red pine. And like I said earlier, you can count the needle clusters and you'll find that there's only 2 in these ones, so therefore they're red. But you can also tell by the color of the bark, as the red pine will have a slightly rusty color to the trunk. So in amongst the pines and the birch and the poplar are some oak trees. This is a small one. And oak are easy to spot in the wintertime because a lot of their leaves will hang on to the branches throughout the winter. This is a hinterland's who's who message. In the depths of the forest we have the elusive border collie named Mickey, noted for his pleasant demeanor, kindness, big-heartedness, loyalty, dedication, and fun-loving nature. So I'm doing a little bit of backtracking on the trail we came in on. We're now going to try and get up to the top of the hill. Hopefully see a nice view. And there's our daunting mountain in the background in the trees.
As we emerged from the protection of the trees, the wind became much more noticeable. But it was my clumsiness that resulted in my slip off of a rock. No harm done, and we enjoyed a few minutes of taking in the view. Well, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed the video.